Gormir's Beetle? I thought that might be the case. So you want to see Halfman versus Young Face? Is that what I'm getting? Only one person has requested one so far. What do I want to see? Thanks, Rich. I think we could count on you to be a troll. I mean, I did say 1, 2, or 3, so technically you're voting for Killigan and Kepco. What did Killigan bring? Blaze of Glory, Pirate's Cove, Nature's Gift, and Fruits. Alright, we'll watch this. And then we'll watch this. And we'll watch this. How's that? So, while the players are doing their bans, let's take a good look at the Halfman and Young Faces decks. So, the Halfman brought Enslaved, Assimilate with Stefan. So just one less provision. Looks like a normal Enslaved 6. Brought Stockpile with Siege Scenario, Henselt AA. This is Devotion Siege with Radovid Judgment. Hubert for Thinning, Folta Sprite, of course, 2 Onagers, and Reinforcement. So very Onager heavy setup. And even Redanian Archers. Okay, so kind of banking on opponents not being able to deal with their engines. 2 Pepe class. We got Alchemy deck with Ale, Gedineth, Mushy Truffle, Portal, and of course Otkel. I believe this is the Kerpiton variation. With 2 Dwems, 2 Freyas, 2 Otkels. This looks pretty standard to me. The new link is out. Yeah, all the links you can just grab here. All the decks are visible. Oops, that was the wrong. Oh, never mind. That's the correct. Yep. There we go. I'm going to post this on YouTube. Bracket and decks. In this message. We are now live on YouTube as well for anybody who prefers to watch it there. You're right. I am very kind. I am the kindest potato in all of Gwentia. We have Zoltan, Bruver, Dwarves with Eskull, Heatwave, Muzzle. Zoltan's Company. No, this is not the Garrison version. It's more of a mid-rangey version. But this is all the cards you would expect. There's a Mastercrafted Spear. As well as is this Barclays? I believe that's Barclays. Round has been started, so the players should be doing their picks and bans. Yep, 4 minutes ago. So let's take a look at Young Faces decks. Here we have a Symbiosis deck with Simless, Telian, Eskull. So this is the Aquinless Symbiosis that we saw Young Face play before. There's even a Necromancy. I don't remember if this was there before or not. But Necromancy for Hamadryads, I assume? Maybe for Sork. There's 2 Harvests as well, so you could technically get like a Whisperer from them. There's a Renfree, Wild Boar of the Sea, Blaze of Glory deck. This is the discard package with Geralt of Rivia, Fukusia, and Renfree. So Renfree is now 16 provisions, but Renfree's gang is 2 less provisions. Okay. All right. And then we have a Renfrey Inspired Seal and our deck with Meave, Seltkirk, Shawnee, Bloody Baron, and Theus. So this is a Swarm deck with Priscilla. Priscilla for Shawnee, I assume? There's Radovid Royal Guards. These cards can give Inspire to Meave. There's one Secret Service. Not a lot of thinning. So there is a Maxi instead. Two Siege Masters, of course. Should be interesting. And then we have a Jackpot Yago deck with Madame, Novigrad, and Saul. Interesting. I'm still waiting to see what the bands are going to be. There they are. So, Youngface banned the Halfman Stockpile deck. And the Halfman banned Youngface's Jackpot deck. So it's going to be Enslave, Alchemy, and Dwarves versus Symbiosis, Blaze of Glory, and, Renfrey Inspired Zeal. I feel like if it was me, I would feel more comfortable with the Halfman's lineup. Just because I think his maybe weaker deck in this matchup is Enslave. But I don't see Youngface being able to stop Alchemy and Mahakam Forge from getting through. Of course, you never know. A, I could be wrong. B, Gwent is a game of skill and luck. Players can also make mistakes. So, we'll see. The Halfman's going to have red coin. So if I'm red coin, either Enslave or Malcolm Forge seem like... Actually, all the decks are fine from red. From blue, you probably want to play Dwarves, so maybe this game will either be Alchemy or Enslave 6. Did not have an emote for Heatwave now. I can... It's entirely up to you guys. I'm happy to reset your match. Okay, I'm gonna reset your series. So just redo your bands and you'll get an invite. Shout out to Kepco for being a good sport. Love to see some sportsmanship. Last week we had a bit of the opposite of that. I didn't want to say anything at the time, but I was personally a little disappointed. We had one person select the wrong deck, and their opponent took the technical win. But they were also kind of new and excited. So it's all good. You've been playing some Magic the Gathering, Killiganon? Sounds like. I won't distract you. Pay attention to your money, good timers. There we go. The Halfman goes with Dwarves. from red coin, and Young Face is playing an R from blue. Yeah, like I said, they were new, and they were just kind of excited to advance. So I didn't like pressure them or anything. So the stratagem from Young Face is the engineering solution, the NR unique, for boost and a shield. And in terms of tall punish, there's obviously Escol, but there's also Heatwave, which is not currently in hand. And there's not a lot of tutors in the Halfman's deck. There's obviously Novigradian Justice, and there's Thinning from Hawk of Volunteers, but that's really it. There's no Decree, there's no Anira that I can see. So it's a very, like... it's one of those decks that just says, hey, I'm going to have a lot of points, even if I miss some gold. I'm going to make up for it by making sure, by having just high point provision cards in my deck. Young Face here from Blue Coin is going to want to set up an engine. And in fact, that's what we see. And he's not using Engineering Solution because he doesn't want to give extra value to Escol. But this should get speared immediately. And that's what happens. I'm a little surprised that we didn't use Radiant Royal Guards there. Because without the frigate, there's only like 2 engines now. I guess I can see Royal Guards was being saved for Dunbanner. That also makes sense. But you do have a Tremerian Drummer. And I don't think Halfman had a way to remove a 4-power Drummer. Dunbanner. We'll see. Comes a Dwarven Skirmisher. Doesn't really get removal value here, but it does leave 3 damage on the board for Halfman to combo with something else, including the other Skirmisher. So, because this is on the board, no engine, then Young Face plays will be safe. It's also going to take 4 damage to remove, and Philippa is going to go ahead and remove it. We see a Berserker come down. This is the classic red coin sort of play of try to maintain reach while spending the absolute minimum amount of provisions and resources. So I think we'll see Hawk and Volunteers next. Just because it's good to thin, it's 8 tempo, plus 2 points from Berserker, potentially. Very easily puts you within reach. Secret Service gets hit. That's not really relevant here because there's no lock. It was just serving as a thinning card. No, potatoes don't have knees. It's hard to have kneecaps if you ain't got no legs. But thank you for reminding me that I'm a potato. Potato. Potato indeed. No shame. No shame. This potato has 0 shame. 0. None. Help me feed my potato family. Here comes Novigradian Justice. This will be a lot of points. And gives him an engine. Youngface still has Renfri's gang. So it could get out with that. But instead, chooses to keep fighting for the round. I predict it's going to be Temerian Drummer next. Because it gets you, unless he has a reason to want to save this for round 3. There's still another frigate. There's a drummer. Now Youngface has 2 points a turn compared to 2 points a turn from the Halfman. Halfman can play the other skirmisher now, but then what's the next card you play? Neither of these two are cards you really want to be playing in round 1. I suppose you can justify Broover to take the round, but you want to have more dwarves on the board when you play Broover. So yeah, we do in fact see a skirmisher and a ping from Berserker. Gets the Temerian Drummer to 1 power. We have a Renfri's gang available. This will be 10 tempo. I guess 13 when you factor in everything else. But opponent also has 4 points. Okay, so we're playing Random Royal Guard first. And a leader charge used to protect the drummer. I think the Halfman will pass now. It's either a pass or play Broover. And like me seeing the cards, I know what's going to happen if Broover is played. But so it is Broover. That's a pretty big commitment, but it's going to be a lot of points. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. On this turn, Youngface could respond with Selkirk and a leader charge. That's exactly what we see. Because you don't want to play Renfri's gang here and let Broover get another turn of engine value. And now Halfman can play Escol for 11 and to 13. But that won't get him ahead. You'd have to Escol and leader to get ahead. So 2 leader charges used by Youngface. Broover and Mastercraft Spear used by Halfman. Youngface gets last say. I'm not sure that matters too much. Maybe it does for Zeus, but this deck doesn't really go tall. Question is, will Youngface bleed? And I don't think he will. He's playing Frigate. he plays me. He wants to swarm. He needs to draw more of his cards. And the problem is, even if you play Renfri's gang, like a muzzle will... Actually, muzzle won't get you ahead. But... Renfri's gang gets mulliganed, and we draw Renfri and Frigate. So that's actually pretty good. Muzzle got mulliganed as well for the Halfman. Very interesting. Are we going to see a leader charge? Ooh, Neve. And Zeus. Wow. Looks like Youngface is going to be bleeding here. This frigate should get Escaled. But we'll see if Halfman tries to be greedy. Wait, it can't because it's a machine. And A Dwarven Chariot is a machine, so Eskel can't actually kill it. So it's going to be Mahakam Pass instead. Claustrophobics. I was almost going to say something like, don't spoil it for me, but... here's the fiery. How's it going? I thought about putting something on screen. Well, I'm not... It doesn't surprise me, honestly. Like, he couldn't take a game off of Leary, and my Hera is just Leary, but better. It looked like he had a chance in game 2, but I guess that didn't happen. So the Enseus without a leader charge is kind of interesting. Yeah. Me won't even be possible now. And leader will get the Halfman ahead for now. Gonna see Renfree. There's Gluttony, Destroy 8, and Play a Bronze. Play a Bronze might be, honestly, the best choice here. I don't know. I'm wondering if Young Face would have been better off in a long round 3. I'm literally casting. It's okay. I don't have a second screen with Age of Empires on it right now. That's fine. You saved me some heartache. Ooh, Destroy 8 on the Zoltan. And Boost 9. So that's a lot of tempo. Are we going to click this? No. I'm not sure why. It was 1 point. 1 point to click it. You can't play me here. This round is over. But now he kind of wishes he could click the Enseus on the defender. There's value here. There's 2 points here. 1 point here. That's 3 plus 6, 9. That would put him at 35. The thing is, I don't think you trade favorably to these two cards. Especially when you have nothing, and he's going to have Mahakam Pass. Technically, I mean, just the problem is, like, just Dwarven Chariot, Zoltan's Company, and Barclay will be... Okay, we are going to play Meave. And we didn't click the Frigate. Oh, even though Enseus has... Well, why didn't we click the Enseus? It's an extra point. The 2 points from Enseus didn't really, or the 3 points, or however much that was. Enseus didn't matter. And Meave died anyway. But Meave played for 10 points, essentially, I think. Since it had to be removed. But it cost, no, it played for 8 points. I don't know. Oh! Okay. That's crazy. This is going to be interesting. This will be an immediate lock. I guess the Priscilla is for me. No. What's the Priscilla for? For Shawnee. Is there anything other than Shawnee that Priscilla works on? Each time we play for 6 points. This is 10. This is 6. Yeah, looks like the Halfman's going to take it. Even if he had the boost. Oh, if he had like a leader charge there, he. You know, he gave Zeal to the frigate, and then didn't end up clicking it on the last turn because his row was full. That Zeal would have been 6. That leader charge would have been worth 6 points there, and would have been enough. Of course, it's easy to say that in like it's a backseating Andy hindsight kind of comment, but dwarves get through. I figured they would. Now, Young Face is going to be a red coin. Probably see Blaze of Glory versus Alchemy. Because Symbiosis never beats Alchemy here. Oh, man. Do you play a Renfree and R then? And ooh, I would not want to be in Young Face's position right now. Given the decks. Like, this is the Symbiosis deck. It's just not greedy enough to outpoint Alchemy. Yes, there's 2 Rebukes and Eskel and Heatwave. But there's like 4 artifacts and 2 Dwibs. And an Otkel. There's also 2 backup plans and 2 Dinkinal Guardians. I don't know. We'll see. Young Face always performs better than I expect. His decks. Oh, they're waiting on me. Cool. Yeah, just Aquin is a lot of points. Like, I think what you'd want to do is maybe win on even and then have a really short round 3, or like force out Otkel round 2. I don't know. Or you want something that has enough removal to make, or like some graveyard hate, or enough removal to make sure that like, something with like, you either gotta outpoint Alchemy or control it, and it's hard to bleed a deck that has a lot of artifact carryover cards, because when you bleed them, you're kind of letting them set up for the next round. And if you go a long round, you need a way to make sure they don't get engine value from all their features. What's the prize for the winner? Sometimes we have cash prizes, but usually it's just we update the champion command, and you gain the respect and admiration of your peers. My bad. I blame the mods. So we see Ale is the first card, and then the stratagem gives you targets for it. Yeah, yeah. Okay. I was testing you. I was testing you. You passed. Some of you passed. So now we have 2 hammer drives on the board. And Halfman having committed Ale round 1 is a little bit surprising. Maybe he's going to go for like a 2-0 type push? Or he just didn't want to lose on even? This is a beast. And there's 2 squirrels in young faces. I just realized there's 2 squirrels. Holy crap. So the crow is immune to Eskel. Young face plays a Dryad's Caress, and with 2 Hamadryads, that's enough points to get to the next round. Or get ahead. Young face is going to put the pressure. Is putting the pressure on the Halfman. I guess he wasn't ahead because this Adapt was coming, but I think if you commit Ale, you're kind of committing to the round. There's a Rebuke. That might... well, the Halfman can play a Preacher and then immediately boosted by 3. It's very hard to remove a 7. You could argue that playing Duncanal Guardian was better last turn before playing your Rebuke. Especially since... yeah, so now this is going to stick. All Halfman has to do now is play an Alchemy card like this, or from Ermion. He plays Golden Froth. Now we're at 54 to 38. Every time I cough. You've been watching too much. You need to watch different things. Jesus Christ. Graveyard, sure. There's the Skellige Graveyard. Here's the Scoia'tael Graveyard. If you're on PC, watching on Twitch, you can also click on it yourself. For anyone that didn't know. So Simless into double Harvest into double Sork. That's pretty good. Especially with, but like that's Telia and Simless. Like, what's left? Just Gord, Eskel, Heatwave. Meanwhile, Halfman still has a gajillion points. Thanks to the way Ale works. Ooh, Purify might be good. Get rid of this triple infusion. Probably gonna be Vanguard. Put on the front row. You don't have an artifact. Does manage to click on the correct target despite the rope. So if the Halfman plays Axel, that plays for 11 points. Doesn't get him ahead. That would only matter if it was probably for Cohen Fire, which was kind of not the case. I was like, you guys had a good series. Okay. The Halfman realizes he's not getting there, ends up passing. Took a lot from Youngface to win on even. He does have Forest Protector still. That's a big card. We'll have to see what he can manage here. Rebuke gets mulliganed. We have Squirrel. Squirrel on Freya is very good. Thanks, Killer. Appreciate it. Glad to see you around again. Hope to see you next week. Yep, that's what we see. Squirrel on the Freyas. Youngface has a second squirrel, by the way. Halfman now plays the other Freyas, and Youngface wishes he had Squirrel. Is this considered a druid? Yeah. You can just play Rhizome now. Rhizome and then click Rhizome would be 10 points. What happened? Maybe he's gonna, oh wow, he's gonna play Axel instead. Okay, so this is 12 points instead. Youngface having Eskel makes him want to keep going, I think. Does he have any Dryads? Oh, no. Oh, yeah, he does. Yeah, he does. Dryad's Caress would be okay. Or he could go for Circle of Life. Just for carryover. But it would kind of tell his opponent what's happening. If he goes for Circle of Life, it's like telegraphing that you're not really going to 2-0. Or that this is just going to be a value lead. Yeah, Kepco. Maybe you're drinking too much coffee. No, some players are just faster, like I've noticed. Some series, when you get 2 quick players, it just happens so fast. So yeah, there's Dryad's Caress. It's thing to be a lot closer. Now, Fob right now is the only way to get gored. Guaranteed gored. But, you know, with 2 cards out of 8 odds of missing both of them is like 10%. So it might be something that Young Face decides just to not worry about. He just goes for... Ooh, there's a Whisper. And now it's getting a little awkward for the Halfman. You can tell, right? If Youngface decides to put his foot on the gas, which, considering he has the Whisper on the board, I don't see why he wouldn't. Plus, he has like good tall punish target on the board. Is it going to be another Dryad's Caress? Oh wow, he's gonna go for Isengrim into Gord. Okay, he's just stepping his foot on the guy. Yeah, I guess why not, right? It's only 1 point for Max, and now there's a 26-point gap. I think Youngface has this. Yeah, it's live. So there's Getty now. This Eskel is going to be juicy. I think Crow Clan Druid's the better Eskel. There's no way you leader here as Halfman, yeah. Because leader tells your telegraphs that you have not exactly what you have left. It is not another druid. Yeah, this won't be enough points. 65 to 47. So Youngface pulls off a 2-0 against Alchemy. And ties up the series 1-1. That's crazy. I told you Youngface always surprises. Click A was a misplay. Yeah, it was an extra 2 points to save it, right? Potentially. Every time I'm seeing that Sebastian deck, he's going for 2-0. Well, it kind of makes sense because you sacrificed engine power, right? You cut Aquan, and you give yourself Telian. Telian is not an engine, but it is like thinning and very high tempo. So it's like making your deck a little bit more like a Mamuna type deck. And you definitely want to bleed with the Mamuna type deck, right? At least that's how I think about it. And then you either have a short round with Gord or... Because I think it's rare for him to have a short round with Stimulus. I haven't seen it. Youngface never surprises you because you know he will. True. Just don't be surprised. I mean, I don't like that Symbiosis deck, but most Youngface decks just seem like a little bit off from what I would play, but then they always do well. He always does well, so I've just stopped having opinions. So it's going to be Alchemy again for Halfman, this time from blue. Oh, from red. Sorry. And Youngface is going to play an Oregon from blue. You know? I don't know who's favored here. I would think alchemy. Because you just play like 3 cards and pass, and then you defend with all your artifacts. I don't know. Like the Halfman obviously could have survived last game if you played a scenario earlier. But of course, Young Face would play a little differently too if that happened. The biggest weakness of getting it is that it's a little bit like the Siege scenario. The first turn that you play it, the tempo is very low. Right? In fact, it's lower than Siege. Siege has 6 tempo. Getty has 4. And sure, you can leader, but then you're losing like 3 points on your leader. Okay, we see another round 1 ale. This seems questionable to me. I feel like now you have to win the round. And I don't know with like these 2 cards if you're winning the round. Especially against 3 engines. Maybe he just wants to not get too old and he's gonna rely on ale for that. Oh, and now we see Portal. Let's go with 4 provision bronzes that have been buffed so that they can't be removed as easily. We got toxic siege machines that shoot toxic arrows at toxic birds. The birds are gone. We have frigates that just spawn people. Apparently, there's a human-making factory inside of this ship because NR logic. Meanwhile, this guy's beating the drum next to a ship. So this ship's in the ocean, but this drummer's like, I'm going to play the drums for you on the shore. And somehow that increases the hit points of the frigate. Someone should tell the U.S. Navy about this tech. They could use it to open the Strait of Hormuz. Just have some marching band people like on the opposite shore, just jamming their drums and send your Navy into the middle of the water. That'll work. Some high quality strategies being displayed here. On the other side, we have another reinforced ballista. The Romans would be proud. We got reinforced ballista on the back row, obviously so they can shoot through their own soldiers into the enemy lines. And then we have more birds. Just birds everywhere. Apparently there's an infinite supply of birds because alchemy means birds. Everyone knows in the lore. Okay, I gotta do Hypecaster now. Okay, we have not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4. Actually, 4 green buttons on the other side. One gets clicked, second one gets clicked. Will this one get clicked? Will the correct frigate get clicked? If it gets clicked, it won't be green anymore. It will just be gray, and there will be a little soldier over here, volunteer on the front lines. No, we're first clicking something else. We're playing Maxi. Maxi. We're gonna look at the order of cards, see that we're missing all our golds, and put something at the bottom. But what will it be? Will it be Dun Bananas? Will it be Renfri's Gang? Or will it be just a Royal Guard? I would probably click Loyal Guard, but we'll never know because I don't know if there's a way for me to tell what happened. 34 to 19. We got a druid over here smoking some herbs apparently, or berries or something. And then we got some birds that are about to get banished so that more birds can be summoned. That's right. When 1 crow dies, 3 crows emerge. That's how nature works. The portal will, in fact, pull something else out from the deck. It will be a Bearwisher Adept, also known as the Fish Flapper guy. 34 to 19. That is a 15-point lead, but you got to count. There's another point here, so you really need 16 points, 17 points. If you're the Halfman to get ahead, how do you get that? Oh, well, maybe you don't want to get ahead. Maybe you just want to get even or have reach. But I don't know that he I mean, obviously you don't want to play Gwent here. Freya's Blessing is a brick. Looks like we are going to play a Crow Clan Preacher now. But we're not clicking the Crow Clan Druid, even though that would get us ahead. Another bird gets banished. Youngface is going to war against the avian forces. There is still one bird left. One crow to find them all, and in the darkness find them. We could see a druid, and then click to play this, but then you'd have to play Axel. Because you need... Because these guys banish. Yeah, I think it's... Oh, Young Fates has Engineering Solution, which is going to be really OP with Enseus if he has to use it. So I think that's part of why he's not worried. I don't know. I feel like the Halfman is kind of in trouble. Well, no, in trouble's a little harsh. I think he's not going to be winning this round. So if he commits Getty, this will be the graveyard of his empire. But I don't think he's going to... It doesn't look like he's going to do that. And he's got two options, right? Either play Axel and then rely... Okay, he's going to play Getty. Okay. He's taken the escalation trap. He's going to commit a scenario and get ahead. Although technically Youngface could pass. I think instead what we're going to see from Youngface... can he avoid playing... He can't play Renfrey. Ooh, this is kind of tricky. Yeah, the Halfman's going to win this on even now. That changes everything. I didn't realize that I didn't think about Crow Clan Druid getting clicked and immediately getting ahead. That was a lot of points. So, does Youngface just take the pass here? Or does he commit Enseus? He's got to... I mean, he's running out of time. He's got to take the pass now, in my opinion. Oh, he just plays a frigate. Okay. I suppose that's fine too. He can just play Enseus next turn. There's nothing in Halfman's graveyard, so this is a brick, and this is a brick, and... Oh, never mind, I forgot. The chapter 1 will give you a result. Will there be a board clog issue, though? Here comes Enseus now. It's going to get armor. It's going to get a shield. There's no tall punish in this deck, so it doesn't really matter what the Temerian boosts. I don't think Youngface wants to have to play another card here. So he needs to get ahead. He needs to click fast. What? Bro, you have it. He could have just pinged. Why are we not clicking the shield? We're saving the shield for next game? Brother. Holy crap. Oh no, this is a disaster. Maybe he's new. He's not new. Oh my god. This Doom is even alive now. Youngface is gonna have to. Oh, like why is he afraid of a tall punish that doesn't exist? He's gonna play rent free. Play a bronze or damage 6. I'm guessing damage 6. No, it's damage all by 1. This is so cooked. Would he have been away ahead if he had used his stratagem on Enseus instead of a leader charge? He went for cooldown 8. The thing is, though, oh, interesting. Like, discarding this is actually the most points other than playing it. So he would get 5 points here. It would put him at 77. Axel would be 10 plus 8, 19 points. Axel would be enough, even on a back row. Youngface passes, which is good. I mean that was like time running out and like a misplay. I'm pretty sure, but oh, maybe he didn't click the stratagem because he didn't want his opponent to know that he had a brick in hand. I mean, that is really unfortunate having the Secret Service in your hand round 1, but Lichin Malphazin, thank you for the sub. Appreciate it. Okay, so we're going to see Truffle come down now from the Halfman. Probably gets answered by Philippa. And this kind of sucks for Youngface again because he doesn't have a way to boost Priscilla. I mean, he does through Rat of his Royal Guard, but... I mean, Youngface has to worry about, like, what if my opponent has Otkiel in hand? Maybe not, because only one Freya's in the graveyard. If this was Otkiel Freya's, Youngface would be in trouble. But it is not. Well, as far as he knows, last card could still be Otkiel. But I think Renfri's gang here is the play. He just gets ahead. Technically, so does Rat of his Royal Guards, but you do have some goals you want to draw, I feel. Because he won't ever, like, thin his Secret Service. Without the stratagem, how does he thin Secret Service? Hey, Piov. Game of Bricks. Oh, true. This is also a brick. I didn't even think about that. Wait, does the Halfman play it anyway? That would be hilarious. Oh my god. He can play it now. It's not a brick. It's a 1-point play. This is going to be the most impactful bricked Avalok in the history of... Okay, he also even clicks it, but you didn't have to click it. Like what? You think your opponent has a card? Yeah, I guess if he doesn't click it, then Young Face could play Secret Service. So at this point, do you play Priscilla? Since without Royal Guards, you don't really have a way of boosting it. Or do you play... Renfrey's Gang? You play Gang. It does help you draw. So now there's going to be Truffle on the board, no ale. And there is Otkel. But he has to draw it. It's 5 out of 9. Oh, there's Otkel. Okay, game over. GG. At least I think. There's a Secret Service. At least you know you're not drawing it. Wait, what? I guess there's no more siege engines, right? Okay, but how do you boost the done? This, like, having to use leaders round 1 was just that's so painful. And this cooldown 8 is also kind of trolling. Yeah, this game's over. All right, looks like the Halfman's gonna win the series and advance to the next round. Yeah, we're gonna see a forfeit. GG's. Halfman wins 2-1. Beating the Renfrey Inspired Deal deck with Alchemy in the deciding game 3. So now let's take a look at the bracket. Looks like Boromir was better, which is Beetle, is going to play against the Halfman. We're going to be watching Kepco versus Docker in the other series. So I'm going to go ahead and start the round. Players have 10 minutes to do their bans. Let's take a look at what the players have brought. I believe this is a rematch from last week, where Kepco and Docker met in round 1, if my memory serves me correct. Yeah, the council prefers that you play 8 tempo, 4 provision cards that thin the deck, rather than 5 tempo, 4 provision cards that have synergy.
Fuck you, Nilf garbage.
Why did it get nerfed? Ask Shinmiri and Lyria. Don't ask me about Balance Council stuff. They own this shit, as far as I'm concerned. I blame them for everything, including higher gas prices. But that's not some other card, because it was like played in Clog, and people were trying to nerf Clog. Maybe it was a staple, Pio. It was apparently a staple at rank 3, so maybe it's Sphero's fault. No, people don't like Clog, and Clog got popular, and so people looked for ways to nerf Clog. I think that's why it got nerfed. Guy with top 1 MMR. Who was it, Kepco? Who's actually to blame? Yara? Oh. Wait, Yara was number 1 on ladder? I mean, good for him, but holy shit. The state of Gwent 2026. So that means it should get nerfed? Again, you're asking the wrong person, Conversa. I do not deal in should. I have some limited insight into how people behave, what reality is. I don't... How it should be is a whole other discussion. Round has started. So Docker brought this precision strike. Oh, this is different. Last week he had like Witchers. This week he's got some neutral bandits. So the main thing about this deck is Scholars that boost by 7. 10 for 4 Scholars. We got some Skirmishers because... Thank you, Sam. That deck was insanely popular last season. What, Golden Neck or Clog? But like, the thing about decks like Clog is they have counters and like they become good or bad based on the meta, I feel like. Unless something changed that I'm not privy to. Because I don't really think there was anything... I mean, maybe like everything else got nerfed and it was the last thing left standing, but... Oh, the Sheer one. This one? Is very popular on ladder. Telian Shiru? Really? No. Phantasm. You're thinking of like Colgrim. People were playing like Abduction Toxicologist as the center of the combo. Well, that, and usually they don't even run Defender. Yeah, Philovandrel's always been a problem. Ever since Shinmiri buffed it to 5 power, it's been just a bullshit card. Well, what could you do? You guys talk about different things, Conversa. So, when people hear Clog, they think of like traditional, like clog your top deck and play Colgrim kind of deck. There's also like the Toxicologist Abduction, Sandor kind of package that got added later. Yeah, that's just, it's hard to, easy to talk past each other when you mean different things. So think of like 32 card Colgrim Conversa. Like, are you familiar with that? Or decks that play like Letho, Defender, Colgrim. There's various levels of cheesy versus competitive Clog. I mean, Clog is just a mechanic. Like Thrive. There's lots of different ways to play it. Someone link him like the meta Golden Neck or Clog deck if you have it. I only remember Potato now, as opposed to what? I only remember Conversa now. Just some guy with a blue name. Like, why? What's your point? Alright, we got Kepco with his NR Cohen Witchers against Docker's Uh, whoa, what is this? Morntart? Morntart Kikimor Warrior Hive Mind deck. That's kind of cool. Oh, and with the bonded, I keep forgetting these got the buff to 6 power. They're kind of crazy. I've been meaning to play this deck. Hang on. Make sure I play this deck. Pin. I was gonna say this is gonna be a huge problem for him, but he heat waved it. That was a very good heat wave. Because a Griffin Witcher is a 4-point a turn engine once it has adrenaline, but also it's a single ping, which means it can put Highwayman back in your deck, and you don't want that to happen. I was gonna say that's gonna get offering immediately. Before, like, the thought considered passing my brain into my mouth to be able to be spoken, it's gone. Immediately disappeared. Forgot my real face. Are you saying I'm not real? I'll come into your house and say that you're imaginary or complex. That was a math joke. You come here and you insult my reality? Mods, get him. Get him. We got some Griffin, lots of Griffining going on. But of course the cold is coming, as you can hear. Here comes Hive Mind though. It's gonna be another Kikimor. Wait, how did the second one get answered? Escald, he got Escald. He Escald a Kikimor warrior? Are you kidding me? He really wants to deny Morntart value, huh? Man, these Lesser Witches are like so many. Lesser Witches are better than Ripley's gang now, by the way. Good job, Balance Council. Top tier work. I think it's round 3. So both decks have a big finisher and one round control, or last say, in the case of Morntart. Let's counsel the caca. What can he play Decree for? He could play Decree for Caravan Vanguard. He could also just... Okay, he's gonna play Wispus first. Uh-oh, this could screw him. He got lucky. This could have spawned in the back row, and then it would have bricked this Kikimor warrior. 5 power, okay. Hi, Homer. What's your in-game name? We had 2 people who... Are you just talking about this game because they're roping? Because we had 2 people who signed up but didn't submit decks, so I had to remove them. I gave him an extra 10 minutes and I removed them. Oh. Is Beetle around? Sorry, I forgot your name, Homer. I remember now. Here comes the overpowered 9-point Riptide to finish off the round and win uneven. So Keldar was used by Kepco. Is Hivemind gone? No, Hivemind still has a Stalker. That was, I think, very good for Docker there. Because now he can just value bleed. Oh, this is also great for him. This is the perfect card. He should open with this probably, and then if he sees a removal target, he can spawn a Stalker and play Spontaneous Evo. Oh, is he gonna just put the Evo back in the deck? I suppose, yeah. This is gonna create a lot of bodies in the deck. So the point of Docker's deck is to create a lot of units in the graveyard to give his Morntard value, right? Like Morntard's sometimes played with Kashi. You see it, but this Ale is kind of cute, but I think Kepco is going to be forced to play his Witcher trio. At least. Because he needs 13 points. This is 9 points if you full leaders, but he probably doesn't want a full leader. I mean, he could play All God and full leader, but he's playing Oniro. The question is for what? No, he's boosting. He's boosting a unit. Two leaders. Gets Griffin Witcher up. Okay. So Kepco has the Witcher trio and Cohen available. How does he needs either All God or Offspring to boost. Wait. Okay, he needs to draw one of these three cards. He didn't. And Docker wins. Why does it say 0-0 here? That's a bit odd. Okay, so Docker's ahead 1-0 now. And he gets through with Arrakis. Now he can either play Double Cross or Blaze of Glory. This is his Blaze of Glory deck. He plays Kraken and Phoenix. This is a Fukusia Beasts deck without Renfree. Instead it just runs Royal Decree. And two of these shield cards? What are the shields for? Bearmaster. Oh, so the shields have synergy with Bearmasters. Kind of cute. But how do you discard them? You just play them? Boost self by number of unique allied beasts on deploy, and then damage self by own boost. Okay. So there's shield synergy with Bearmasters. I guess Axel has synergy. It's also a good alternative Fukusia target. Seagulls. One seagull. Messengers? I mean, usually in a Flaminica deck, you don't really... Some people run messengers with Kraken, yeah. In those decks even. But usually in a messenger deck, for me anyway, I prefer like not running messengers in this kind of deck. You could easily fit them by cutting one of these. But it would make the deck less consistent. No crows either. The thinning crows. What happened? Attorney client, please? Yeah. If we don't get an invite in 2 minutes, I will reset. All right, guys, I'm gonna need some thoughts and prayers. Who died? The attorney client. Kepco lost with Uprising against Monsters. Did I say Docker on blue? Praygy, attorney client cooperate. Please, 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 please. So I know it shows here as like game 2 Docker being blue, but he's red, he's gonna be blue. This is just how you have to do it when you want to skip a game. You did. Thank you guys for your prayers. Let's hope it works. So they've done their bans. Got the invite. I'm gonna need to take some meds. I'll be right back. All right, here we go. Game number 2 of Kepco versus Docker. Game started. Gwent got turned our praise. They did. Thank you guys. And Docker with blue coin as promised. Diplo into Firestone Scribe. So this is Double Cross with Rune Mage, Battle Stations, and Ivo versus Bounty Blood Money. Hysteria plus Vigilantes answers the 5. I'm a little surprised that Docker didn't just kill the Vigilantes. Maybe he's saving the Joust for Executioners instead? Plays Bribery. Oh, and he goes for the hail. Oh, no. No, 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 not like this. Tragic. He didn't realize it was going to go to 1 power. And yet somehow he gets out of the round. But the bounty for Witch Hunter. So this brute gonna be eating boost by 17. Holy shit. Yes, plus also his hail is bad. Yes. It's so bad. It's bad on like 7 different levels. Docker's gonna be hearing about that one later. Dockers. I was trying to clip that. Somebody clip that, please. That was so bad. So we have Kepco opening with candle, of course. One candle on the board. I imagine he's going to go for the long round. Well, actually, I don't know. You're against Ivo. For now, he's played carryover only. Like, Bounty has a lot of golds. Or a lot of important golds. Cards that have to be answered. And they have synergy together. Like, you know, Caleb and Spenders and Witchfinder. Like, Bounty Givers and Spenders and Damage Doers. Lydia to steal the Confession Extractor is a choice. Docker correctly identified that Kepco wanted to pass. And now Docker has to decide if he wants to put a card in the graveyard or not. He chooses to put the second board in the graveyard. Is there a squirrel here? Wonder why you wouldn't just keep that. He still needs to draw battle stations. Which he hasn't, and that's a huge problem. Because he only has the one Magni. This battle prep will be a mulligan, I imagine. Maybe not. Yep, there it is. Draws a remedy. I guess he does have Ramon for a Magni. If he's desperate, which I would be. Because without battle stations, I don't know if you'll have enough points. No? He's going to go with Sergeant instead. Okay. Tribute. What are we tributing? Ah, Scoundrel. Well, this makes it a little more likely for Docker to draw the battle station. He only has 4 bronzes in hand. One of them is Magni. So 3 technically. Does this survive? You could put it on the... Okay, he just plays Kingslayer, hoping to get either Hail or the Brute. It's fair. I respect it. You kind of know you're a little bit cooked without Brute, so maybe you just try to kill it. If he had banished the Brute, that would have been an epic play. Comes False Siri for the Boohurt, making sure none of his cards give good. Wait, what did this? What did he give Bounty to? Did I miss something? Oh, Rune Mage, right. Here comes Magni. On Remedy. Draws the Vigo. Not bad. Thing is, how will Docker spend? I guess he can get a spender from Double Cross. Because, like, he's gonna kill the scoundrel, right? With his... Oh, maybe not. I'm gonna play Vigo for now. Go into Slave Driver, into Sergeant. Interesting. And then puts more armor on it, but there's still a... Oh, Graydon's gone, right. With Graydon gone, it's just gonna be an instant heat wave on the Nazca Sergeant. No, he double crosses. Sorry. But I think you're gonna see a heat wave here. Why not, right? I guess he's not in a hurry. He's gonna kill the Vigo first. Then just spends because he wants to be able to heatwave next turn. What are we doing? Why did we spend with a 1-for-1 spender to kill a Magni? I guess there could be another slave driver, but he already used the slave driver on Sergeant. Assassination was used just now. Comes Octavia. He's going to draw the Brute and Ignatius. What are we putting back? Obviously, Slander. Okay, and the Executioner. So False Siri goes back. Here comes another Sergeant. Ivo is currently at boost by 18. Docker has points. He does not have last say, though. Or a spender, so killing this with Stefan won't do anything for him. And Kepco's just doing bounty things. I'm getting the feeling we're gonna see a game 3, which is cool. We're looking forward to on the Caleb Menga. Gets the scapegoat out, and now Kepco knows that his Brute is safe. So is his Hail, so he can just delay. And he has Heatwave last save for this Ivo, so Ivo's size doesn't really matter. Stefan will take care of the spender. Here comes a 23 point plus 8 coin. Root, that's like a 30 something. That's a 30, yeah. Okay, game's over. Docker, don't bribery Ignatius, is what he's telling himself. I mean, I think that was going to be a hard match still without that mistake, but it was definitely not going to be a win once that happened. All right, so the series is tied 1-1 now. And we go to game number 3. This was double cross, losing. Yeah, it was like a 35-point brute. Okay, so Kepco's going to try again with his Cohen deck, and Docker's going to try again with his Ivo deck. Let's see if he gets better draws this time. Target practice in hand. There's a Keldar. Vesemir Mentor is available, as well as Griffin Witcher Adept. I don't think there's really a way to answer the Griffin Witcher Adept for Docker. Unless he like diplos into a ping engine or something. It's going to open with Magni. Still no battle station. Hey, Eli. Tourney Command will give you the bracket. And I post all the VODs on YouTube. The link to each week's tournament page is always in the description. So if you ever need to like look through past tournaments, they're all on my YouTube. Like if you want to go find a deck that you remember seeing. Selective Mutation is played to draw Quen. Probably dismiss one of the target practices. Yep. Seven tempo, not bad, considering it also fixed his hand. I wonder what Quen is for. It's just like the best card, the best Witcher to draw, I guess. Here you go. Comes another, this time a Slave Driver, Vigo Slave Driver Magni. Ivo is currently at 10. 38 points for Docker, 24 for Kepco. Kepco gets another offering out. The way this deck works is you try to line up multiple Witchers, like 5 or 6 power or 7 power, whatever, and then you play Cohen and you boost Cohen. You play for it. Like, Cohen can play for 40, 50 points sometimes. Here comes another Magni to Bribery. Docker draws Vilgefortz and plays a Buhurt, 44 to 27. Kepco plays Onirimancy into All God. All God will boost 5 units in the deck. Comes another Slave Driver into Magni. This time for Bribery. None of these cards are all that great for him, so he just plays Griffin Witcher Mentor. It's a little bit of carryover. Was hoping to fix a brick, but he draws the other brick. And now Docker is down to golds. He does have a Witcher now, though, so he can play target practice if he wants to from Lydia, but he decides to pass because Kepco was... Kepco didn't get ahead before, so... And Docker found the pass. Takes the pass, kind of guarantees a long round, usually against most decks. This Cohen deck, though, depending on draws, could actually go for a push here. The other reason I think Docker passed is because the Griffin Witcher that had Veil on it was about to hit Adrenaline, and it was good time.
Fuck you, Nirv garbage.
Thanks, Vivod. Bill Gaforts gets out of Griffin Witchery. That's pretty much like the best outcome you can have. Could be the Adept. Oh, it's going to be Keldar. Keldar gets boosted as well. Puts it the 1 power boost. Did it do anything? Yeah, it put it out of range of Stefan, actually. Docker has to decide now if he wants to keep playing. Oh, no, sorry. What am I saying? Kepco's the one doing the bleeding. My bad. Trial the Grasses for 14 points. Pretty good. Here comes Stefan. Gonna answer Keldar now. Stops that engine. And then he's even gonna lead her to try and get ahead. Wonder if it'll be Oniromancy. Or Heatwave. Let's go with Heatwave. Heatwave the 13. Getting pretty desperate for Kepco. Not that Docker's like super happy to play, but like he can just play a Sergeant. He's fine. Yeah. It looks like Kepco's gonna be in trouble. Lydia for an offering. He says, "Oh, you're gonna play like Value Bleed? I can get carryover." Yeah, Kepco passes. So he has 2 less cards, but he'll get like, you could maybe say that the Witcher trio is like 3 cards for 1. So it's not completely hopeless, but obviously Docker's in a good position. Hey, Eli, everybody's welcome to play. If it's like when it's your first time, I'll do a quick overview on like how it works. But basically, you just bring the decks, and the way it works is like you just go to the website whenever it's time. You click on what you want to ban, and then you just sit in game and you get an invite automatically and you play. You can read the rules page on the tournament that I linked earlier. It's always the same rules. And if you have any questions, we're happy to help. And yeah, everybody's welcome to play. You don't have to be in pro rank to play. Entirely up to you. There's some... I used to maintain a sort of a compendium of resources. Some of it might be out of date now, but there's some good stuff in there still that might help you as a newish player. Come Witcher Trio. Wait, no, transform the Siri, dude. Wait, no, never mind. She's not a. My bad. I thought she was a Witcher. Wouldn't that be great if you could transform Paul Siri? I'm so dumb. Yeah, assassination to mess up the Cohen. But then the transformation should be enough. Here's Escol for 17 points. Yo, thanks for the prime, Eli. Appreciate it. Or is it Ellie? Thank you, thank you. So there's the Cohen combo. Pretty strong. Trying gets an extra point from battle prep. And it's a soldier too, actually. So Ivo is only 13 points. Technically, this is 12. If this isn't a sergeant. But this is actually a 13. Right? So, wait, no, it's not. It's still a 12. And I hit a shield, so it's 11. Oh, man. Docker actually loses. Doesn't quite have enough to catch up. So Kepco, even though he was down 2 cards, still wins round 3 with his Cohen combo. And we see now why he keeps bringing this deck.
Fuck you, need of garbage.
Okay, so looks like Beetle beat the Halfman. So it's going to be, the finals are going to be Kepco versus Boromir was better, also known as Beetle Guff CCG, / Depressed Beetle / whatever their name is. Yeah, these two players are no strangers to the finals. Both very good at tournaments, and we love watching them play. That was a very close series as well. Card events a social construct. True. Oh, I gotta do it manually. My bad. Start the round. Let's go. All right, let's take a look at Boromir's decks. We haven't gotten to see them play at all. So, wow. Okay, it is Witch's Sabbath Iteran. Holy shit. It's a blast from the past. We got a Filivandrel, Shiru, Talian. This is the deck that we were talking about earlier that has become apparently common. Iron Falcon Infantries are so interesting for me as in this deck. I guess it makes sense. Because it's like a 4P engine? And a unit? No, you don't even need unit here. Wash is biased? Why? Because of this? Nah. Did you ever even see me play this deck? I just hated when people nerf stuff just because it's different. Or just because they don't like playing against it. Like, Gwent is a game full of decks that you're supposed to not enjoy playing against. This, like, I don't know. People just, like, it just leads to bad game design if you indulge your urge to nerf anything that doesn't play according to your made-up sense of proper and how, like, the game should be played. You know what? Kepco, your name ends in an O, and I don't want to put you... Yeah, there you go. That's better. Because this O and a 0 look the same. So we're going to put you on the right side. Don't ban him out. Why? Thank you. So this deck used to have like 7 or 8 more provisions. So I could run an extra tutor, and it used to have AQ. And that's when it was like meta. Hive Mind used to be 10, Witch of Sabbath used to be 10, Cave Troll used to be 9 provisions. Araka's Queen was 6 power. And the Kikimore Worker used to be 7 power. But Stalkers and... Well, Stalker got nerfed again. Stalker is now just more expensive. Yes, Stalker used to be 5 provisions, now it's 6 for no reason. Because it's 3 power now. So, there's 2 provisions here, that's 2 provisions here, and that's 6, that's 8 provisions right there. 1 power. It's gotten nerfed a little bit. And even back when it was meta, it was not very common because it was kind of like self-wound. And that it took some brain cells to play. Yeah, well, thanks for the follow, Midvereska. Welcome in, welcome in. Alright, so this is Precision Strike, Shiru, All God, with Philavandro, Telian, backup plans, etc. We've seen this kind of deck before. There's also a Shoop Calvite deck with Mushy Truffle, a Shalmar, there's Broth, has a little bit of Assimilate as well. Brothens, Vigo, Rune Mage, Lydia. It's kind of cute. Boromir is no stranger to Shoop decks. Then we have Patacellar Fury here. With Care Trolled, Magic Compass, Ragnarok. I saw some people playing this a couple seasons ago. There was both like a Blaze of Glory version and a Patacellar Fury version. So it looks like the bands were Toussaint Hospitality from Kepco, which I don't even think we've seen them play yet. And Precision Strike from Boromir. So we won't see the Shiru deck. Yeah, defenders just get a lot of hate because, you know, rank 3 players lose to some cheesy thing and they like rage at defender because I had heat wave, you had a defender. Or like they just don't like feeling helpless. But here, defender gets played, instantly purified. So now if you play Itter, it's gonna get heat waved, and then you AQ the defender. Actually, that's what I would do. I would AQ the defender right now. And click earn. Like when they purify a defender, it's because they have a heat wave. So if Beetle had just AQ'd there and clicked, have a defender, and then yeah, he'd get 2 defenders and an Itter next round, but that's still very good. Against Syndicate. Usually against control decks, you want extra defenders anyway. This is just going to get answered. I think Boromir's plan is to AQ the Kikimore Stalker. But it's an easy purge or bloody good fun. There it is. And now if you AQ the defender, you're giving your opponent 7 coins. See what I mean about this deck requiring 2 brain cells? House Flipper is free on Steam. Is it gonna be? Would it be a fun game to watch for you guys? All right, I added it. Thank you. One Nilfgaard got banned, but Boromir has a Nilfgaard deck. It was lemons. So now Kepco only has 2 units in the graveyard. If Kepco passes here, Boromir can't Sabbath next round. I mean, he can. He would just get 2 defenders out of it. No AQ. This is a tough place for Boromir because with an execution on the board, you can't really play a Kikimor Warrior. This is only 5 tempo. Now there's 3 units in the graveyard, but so when you Sabbath, your opponent's going to get an Executioner. Roses are red, potatoes are brown. This is not a poem. I just recovered from color blindness. Cool. But are you also dyslexic? Because that don't rhyme. So Boromir passed. And Kepco is able to finish it off. Get ahead. Get last say. So I have a question for you guys. If you play Hive Mind, okay, and the next thing in Hive Mind is Kikimor Warrior, and you next turn you drop Iteran, and then Leader, will you get a Kikimor Warrior or will you get a drone? I'm illiterate. Me too. It's hard to get admitted into schools as a potato. So Kepco is going to go ahead and play Candle. We're going to see a response of Hive Mind. So the sequence was Hatchling, Stalker, Worker, Warrior. Interesting. I'm not asking should, I'm asking what will happen. Yeah. What you're saying makes sense. That's how I would expect it to work too, but I haven't tested it. And there are some things in Gwent that don't work how you think they should. Uh-oh. Is Kepco gonna have the Leader? Kill the Stalker? Sabbath is 2 defenders and an Arrakis Queen. On this side, it is Witch Hunter, Caleb, and something else. So you can Sabbath Range Row to guarantee that Caleb will get bricked. But right now, and Freak Show might be, by the time Sabbath is used next round, Freak Show would be in the graveyard. So you might get Freak Show back row instead of a Witch Hunter Executioner or Vigilantes. Leader charge used here to get a Kikimore worker. That's a lot of points. Okay, so Boromir maintains card advantage, and Kepco did use Freak Show, which is one of the few ways to answer a Stalker, although there's only one Stalker left, and I think you also need Glusty. I don't think Acid Spit's going to get value. Not the best draws for Boromir here. There is some funkiness with Hive Mind and Iterand. Like the... Oh, see, like he got a Kikimore worker instead of AQ. He's so cooked. Because that AQ was going to have another defender in it. And it was going to be for drones. At least he didn't give his opponent an Executioner. It's going to be what? Witchfinder? Yeah. Graydon will take care of one defender. What are we doing? Denying coins? I guess. Denying Graydon too. That's actually... But, I mean, this Witchfinder is automatic. Now we're going to see Graydon. No? Not yet. Right, he wants to be able to spend the turn he plays Graydon. Oh, he got rid of Graydon. Yeah, I guess that makes some sense too. He wants to get rid of all of the... That's right. He wants to get rid of all of the drones, so he kept the Executioner. Because that denies Glusty. But this is the turn you play Glusty. Isn't it? Oh, he even leaders the Iterad. Ooh. So he negates most of the bleed, but with his Kikimore warrior and his Drago warrior. Glusty will be points, but it won't nearly be enough points because like this is dying to 2 damage. Brute is boosting self by 7, profiting 8. This is 17. Like this isn't even gonna be close. I guess if Kepco didn't have the Purify guy, this match might have gone a little differently. But yeah. Sabbath too strong. 34 to 100. Yeah, Sabbath to 14, obviously. It must be stopped. That was game number 1. Kepco's bounty gets through. Boromir will be red this time. Could see Pastel Fury, could see Enslave. Kepco from blue. Probably just plays NR. I didn't actually see Kepco's ambush deck. So this is just the Yorvet's Gambit. This deck got buffed by a provision, didn't it? Yeah. Okay, I bet Kepco was happy about that. He just got a free provision. Wonder what he upgraded. Probably, it looks like he added another trap stealer guy. What's their name? A hostage taker. Okay, guys. This is the finals. I'm gonna be serious. Esports Potato is here. Let's go. All right, we're doing stuff. It's important games. We got giant esports tater. We have NR stuff happening. There's just Rune Mage, Rune Stone. We got Lyrian Lance Connects, Redanian Archers, Redanian Mauler, Redanian Knight. Probably going to be Archer, maybe. No, I don't know actually. All this stuff is good. It's all engines. This is an engine. This is an engine. This is an engine. Not really. Okay, we're gonna go with the not engines. I don't know why we think we need removal against traps and elves, but I guess it's technically the most points if you're worried about your card getting answered. Here comes Yorvet's Gambit with Incinerating Trap and Stinky Situation. So now whatever you play, it will first take damage from Incinerating Trap and then it's guaranteed to proc Stinky Situation. Here comes a Saboteur, plays for 8 tempo and puts some bodies on the board. Here comes Diplo. It's going to be Bountiful Harvest. Farseer, most likely. Boosting what? The Vigo, maybe? Nope, Lydia. So now this will be 4 points a turn. And Boromir has to play Calvite. But now they're losing on even. Or not losing on even, but now they're behind. Archer should secure the end of the round. I think Boromir is getting out of here. You're not competing with this amount of tempo plus the 4 points. Yep. Immediate pass. Hey, Burka. I'm doing good. Played some Total War yesterday. Doing some Gwent today. I don't know what I'll be doing tomorrow. Oh, there's a saber-toothed tiger now. I didn't see that. That's where the provision, extra provision went. So Boromir is going to play Mushy Truffle and pass. Some carryover. Meanwhile, on the other side, we have Eldain, we have Deception. There's no Feign Death in this deck. We do have a saber-toothed tiger. Could get an answer with Shoop Destroy Artifact, or you could just leave it. You mean Total War 3 Kingdoms? That's a good one. It has probably the best diplomacy system of any Total War game. Very cool. I have some DLCs for it that I haven't played. Should be Sabertooth, yeah. I was a little surprised Boromir didn't split the rows there. Sabertooth has some synergy with Crushing Trap because it kind of forces your opponents oftentimes to stack a row. The Saboteur will be great. Because this turn it has armor, next turn Boromir will put something on the back row, and then Saboteur will stop being an, or Saber-Tooth Tiger will stop being an engine. The cool thing about Saber-Tooth is you can put a trap next to it because it's a unit, and then you click it, it becomes not a unit. For trashed? I mean, I heard that. But I mean, I would want to try it myself before having an opinion. Kind of sucks to be assimilated against this, but he could just play Sergeant here. Yep. So what, this is Deception, right? And now this is Incinerating Trap. It's making it very annoying for Assimilate to do anything here. But I think Lydia could be fine. Oh, he waved the wrong one. Wait, did he? Was he waving Serpent better? That was a 12. This was a 10. Maybe not. Pitfall plays for 6. You just play Crushing Trap now. Yep, that's exactly what we see. This can currently steal a 4. Does Beetle know? I mean, this could be... Yeah, this is probably... Like, you have to kind of assume this is Crushing. Here comes Brothans with Emissary, most likely. Obviously. And since that was the last Assimilate engine, Truffle was clicked and plays for an extra 3 points of Assimilate value. This leader still hasn't, like, been usable. Yorvith on the Serpent Trap. Because now there's a 8. And he gets kind of... Kepco is happy to see Crushing Trap go on the back row. PoE for the past month. I have 140 hours past 2 weeks on Steam. Oh man, don't get addicted to Path of Exile. I have 1,000 hours in it in one season. I got to level 100 the first season I played. That's a really good archer because it also enables leader. Now Shalmar will also get some good value from all of these. Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But crushing will also get good value now. And hostage taker. He steals Brothen's back. Woo! I wonder if stealing something else was better. No! Please don't DC. Please don't DC Boromir. Oh. Was this an Alt F4 moment? So technically it's a loss. Unless they come back and then also Kepco says, yes, let's replay. Or let's continue or something. But I have a feeling Boromir rage quit. Just the way game 1 went and now the way this game is going. I could see it being tilting. But this isn't a situation where we feel like somebody was robbed. Kepco was clearly winning. Well, I think Kepco was winning. It was kind of obvious, right? Oh, it was your internet that died. Oh. I can reset. Or we keep going. Okay. So Kepco was the one that DC'd. I was fake news. I was making up a false narrative. Yeah, it would just be hard because coordination. It would be a pain. Last score is 1839. Yeah, but there was like 4 traps. Each trap you gotta count as 4 points. That's 24 points right there. But it's hard to say. Either way, Kepco conceded, and we're just gonna. That's what it looked like to me. It looked to me like Kepco was winning, but he disconnected and he's offering to just take the loss, which makes everyone's life easier. It's not 100%, but it didn't look like a situation where Kepco wasn't like, you know what I mean? Like it's not a situation. Also that, yeah. All right. That ties up the series 1-1. It happens, unfortunate, but we are moving on to game number 3. So Enslave 5 is through, Blood Money is through. Now from Red Coin, Kepco can either play NR or ST. And then Boromir probably plays AQ again, yeah. You want to play the Sabbath deck from Blue Coin. Like, a lot of its power, it comes from Urn of Shadows. Without Urn of Shadows, this deck isn't really viable. And in the first game, they drew AQ and Itter in hand round 1. This game, not so much. Is there a Whispering Hillock in this deck? There is not. No Decree either. Let Kepco play his game, guys. Okay, so Stalker on the board. Can at least remove the student, I guess. But there's no hurry, so you may just wait. No. Oh well, that was dying. Yeah, probably do eat that. Getting a Stalker and like a Brand Warrior from Sabbath isn't bad either. But 0 value from your stratagem really sucks. I used to run Hillock in this deck. Most people ran Oniromancy. Just Oniromancy and Decree. I used to run all three. Now the problem is if you play Drago Warrior, because Stalker is 3 base power, you prevent your Stalker from being a Sabbath target. I'm not sure there's anything Boromir can do about that. I don't see Kepco passing. This will play for a good amount of... This is a cute play. Does take 2 leader charges, but getting rid of that Griffin Witcher is a lot of value. I mean, it was fine at 5-3, and I think it was fine at 6-4. It's definitely not fine at 6-3. It's idiotic. Did you end up winning? No. Yo lost the Viper. No game on? Oh my god. 5-hour stream, by the way, Sam. 5-hour stream. That's not true. 2.5 hours. Of no game audio. Sheesh. What do you mean, goddammit, Sam? Goddammit, literally everyone else. He's the only one with ears, apparently. That's good value. It does mean you don't get a Stalker later, but...
I'm too old for this shit.
$14 points ahead. Boromir will pass here. Kepco will do the thing where he goes down a card, maybe. This is 9 points. This is 1 point. Quen into Eskel. Then he doesn't have Eskel later. Maybe that's fine. Like, so many leader charges were used round 1. Or not so many, but 2 leaders were used. Point into Eskel. Because you do very much want to bleed. Like, bleeding here is... Like you don't want to go long round. As Cohen, you prefer a short round anyway. Sabbath prefers a long round. No hive mind. They have access to hive mind from Whisper's Tribute. Stalker gets mulliganed. Oof. The Spore is pretty terrible. Not the best draws for Boromir. Missing some key cards. It's also that can't fit Parasite anymore. So we can't answer Keldar. Decree for Itter is something. So now Sabbath will give... Oh wait, Squirrel was played. Wait, what? Where's the Squirrel? Where's the Defender? How did I get... It was Heatwave. Defender was Heatwave, okay. Now you're getting Itter, Stalker, Ran Warrior. Honestly, I think Sabbath here is probably the correct play. And just save... Actually, I don't know. I don't know how you win this. As Boromir. Seemed kind of unwinnable.
Come forward! Enough!
The windmill. Its sticks spin around and smash you.
You gotta Sabbath now. Or you're getting 2-0'd. I mean, you're getting 2-0'd anyway, but might as well Sabbath now. Roping. Oh, come on, Boromir. You're gonna lose it to Griffin Witcher.
Timing's the easy bit.
Watch, it's gonna kill a Stalker. It's kind of guaranteed to get a Stalker. It's gonna be a massive going, holy shit.
The windmill had hit you.
Lambert. What a surprise. Should have listened to me old lady.
I didn't kill a Stalker. But... that's something. And Boromir catch up. The Spore is gonna get some value at least. He's pretending to have Glusty. Or she's pretending to have Glusty, sorry. Nope, never mind. Two Rans is kind of good to have. Kepco will pass, of course.
Maybe the pendulum. I'm much better at that.
Yeah. See, this is where like eating those was maybe not the greatest play. I guess it's fine. Was Spore really the best play there? Wouldn't Evolution have been enough? Because Evolution...
You've got to be quick. You've got to dodge. You've got to have the...
Okay, so we're going to go down a card, and then we're going to have, what? A leader, AQ, No Sabbath though. Why didn't we Evo the Stalker so the Stalker could hit all God instead of Evoing Worker? That seems wrong. Because every time, it doesn't really matter. Wouldn't have changed card advantage. The best of 5. The finals are always best of 5. What does that accomplish? Leadering there.
To hit the mark, we aim above the mark.
I guess if a Griffin Witcher played, it makes it so it could hit a 1, but and why not full leader to increase the odds of that?
Hey, I can see Care Saren from here.
You know, Boromir might actually win this. Kepco doesn't really have anything left. Needs 18 points to get ahead.
Can I come down now?
The wonders of projectiles and
31 to 27. Kepco wins game number 3 and goes up 2-1 in the series. So NR gets through. Sabbath loses again. But it was close. Closer than like the first game. I mean, the Boromir had worse draws. Now Boromir's red coin again. It's gonna be Patch Style Fury. What's Kepco gonna play from blue? Kepco only has one choice. He has to win with the Deadeye Ambush Storytell deck, which doesn't seem very hard. I think this deck will do well against it. And then, so what I see happening is Beetle winning, or sorry, Boromir winning with this deck against Elves. And then the last game being Elves versus Sabbath. It's either that or the series ends here. So I guess not really making some sort of wild prediction.
step carefully. You're in my forest now.
I'm saying it could be heads, could be tails. Potato analysis.
Round up the prisoners.
What does other potato think?
I suppose. And the end.
Green potato agrees.
Nothing like some overseas thunder and spring.
Don't you pester me.
So Angus into, and then followed by Yorvit's Gambit. How does he always have Yorvit's Gambit in round 1, by the way?
That's not
Kind of crazy.
the way I'm
Does he play First Scroll?
I
Yes, he does, right? See? Yeah, he does play Curse Scroll. Okay, so Coral Burna in hand for Boromir is pretty good sign. It's called streamer like you wouldn't know anything about it. Ooh, Kepco is a streamer. Song is very loud. So here comes Riordan into Crushing. And the Saboteur. I forgot what Hostage Taker does again.
Drive the ape men into the sea.
He's by 1 for each trap you played this round. Just play lots and lots of traps. So once Aileron comes out and Crushing, Boromir is forced to pass. Despite the tempo from discard package. Deadeye deck seems kind of strong. I feel like Kepco always does really well with it. I'm sure it's weak into some stuff, but I think this is the kind of deck that if you get good at, you'll do really well with it on the ladder. So Boromir has 2 turns to play.
Hey, listen here. Listen well.
There's no point to Squirrel, so I think Squirrel gets discarded. Now are we gonna see Care Trolled? Abordage might also be kind of a problem. You're unlikely to get like targets for a while next round. Then it's just Seagull. Even more carryover. Now there's 6 birds in the graveyard. I think I missed the Seagull getting played in round 1. There it is. Right before we ordain. Best Nilfgaard deck to climb? Like you're just trying to get to Pro Rank? Generally, whichever deck you're most comfortable with. But, if it was me, I would just play like some Soldiers deck. It's like an optimized Soldiers deck.
Full service.
Before into 2500. Chat, anybody have thoughts on what the best deck to climb with this season is? For NG? Like Assimilate is good, but you do kind of get coin abuse sometimes. The Ivo deck that Docker brought seemed pretty good too. I don't know if it's the best deck though. Like I haven't been playing a lot of Gwent, so hesitant to give solid advice, to give firm advice. So at least the leader charges. Fix the abordage problem that I was thinking about. That's a lot of birds. Holy shit, that's a lot of birds. Boromir brought the party. And this Sabertooth is not getting any value. For sure. Henry's always fun. I think ran pre-tactical decision and tried Soldiers, but get boring. Yeah. If you don't want to be bored, then some sort of Assimilate. Henry can be fun. There's that Spies deck, like the Emir Machines deck. There's a Golden Necker deck but it's not very strong. It is fun though. And apparently there was a NG Golden Necker Clog deck that did really well last season. There's So. He knows there's no Purify in this deck. So Raging Bear can just chill over there. Gutting Slash will take care of it. But there is a Serpent Trap. So you have to be a little careful. You may decide that you're not gonna... Okay, never mind. You're not gonna be careful at all. What's Boromir's plan for dealing with Serpent Trap? Because now Serpent Trap's gonna play for 28 points. When you have Compass and Heatwave in your deck. And I don't know why Kepco would play anything other than Serpent Trap here, but here we are. Like, if your opponent has a 28-point unit on the board, like, just drop the Serpent Trap immediately. What are we waiting for? The Crushing Trap abolishes the Seagulls. So all that carryover gone. Because those are going to be 3 points each with Ragnarok. There's a Raging Bear on Arniolf. Is Boromir planning to just like suss out when when Serpent is played and then just Heatwave it? There's some mind games going on, right? Like, I would have Heatwaved the first trap that came out, and I would have been wrong. And Boromir has now established that none of these are Serpent, so the next trap that's played will be Serpent. Unless Kepco plays Yorvith.
I am who I need
Yeah.
to be.
Just play Yorvith into Crushing. And jabate the Heatwave. He's thinking about it. Yep, and read the that's so troll. Let's go. You have to Heatwave it. You can't not Heatwave it. Well, actually, you play Ragnarok first. Yeah. And then next turn you can play Hammond. You move something over here. That's actually kind of clever by Boromir. This is a scenes of 4. Maybe it's time to yoink something out. It is. So now this will go off and you'll see it. So now you know Serpent is still in hand. You play your Compass now. Easy. That's it. I think Boromir won. He's gonna play Hammond now because he wants fleet value, but so Boromir won the mind games. Kepco, I think, played it correct, but he kind of outsmarted himself. If he just played like an idiot, then this Serpent Trap wouldn't have gotten Heatwave. But he like played it smart, and Boromir expected him to play it smart. And so, if he had just thought like a potato, he would have been victorious. That's the lesson here. Think like potato, win like potato. Henry came back for... Watch Phantasmal. Watch Gabane. Is it Gabane 22, guys? He's a really good Shoop Henry player. Here comes Fukusia.
Sacrifices for mercy, one and all.
They're not a better target? I guess not. Raging Bear might have been fine too.
Time to die. I'll do so sword in hand. The only good human is a dead human.
Not enough points. So, Boromir ties up the series 2-2, and we got a game 5. Gentlemen, ladies, and potatoes. Kind of hype. It's gonna come down to Sabbath again. Oh my god. I feel like I'm watching Gwent Masters. Like this literal exact situation where like blue coin Sabbath, blue coin Sabbath, blue coin Sabbath, lose, lose, lose. Happened so many times in the last official Gwent Masters. And that was when this deck had an extra 8 provisions compared to what it has now. Oh boy. This is too depressing. Deception's the only trap that can efficiently fake Serpent. I missed it. Yes, but if you played like a monkey, you might have won. Yeah, I guess Boromir can always just wait. Missing Deception really sucks for Isengrim deck. Yeah, that's a good call out, Phantasmal. Because it's weird though, right? Because an unflipped trap. I don't know. What does the text on Heatwave say specifically? Does banish a unit or artifact? Oh. You can't verify it? Maybe that's what I was thinking of. Can anybody else confirm? Can you Shoop destroy an face down trap? So as I predicted, but this time Boromir has Defender and AQ in hand. No Decree, no Itter. And no Serpent for Kepco. And also no Blue. But Yorvet's Gambit is in hand. Of course, Boromir knows that Serpent is a possibility, so they leader once. Leader blocks Serpent Trap, because normally you just drop Serpent Trap and then immediately click it.
Spally!
So it's going to be the Incinerating Deception combo. Not Deception, Sticky Situation. Wait a second, how come we can see these now? We couldn't before. Why are traps visible all of a sudden? I hope they're not visible for Boromir. That would be weird. I don't know why Boromir is so opposed to AQing Defender. It's a perfectly fine play when you have Stalkers and Ran Warriors that are just amazing engines if not answered. But I guess this is also okay. But now Endrego Warrior blocks the Sabbath on keeping more Stalker.
Bleed of prize.
There's a Rand Warrior. Burn still hasn't been used. Kepco is ahead on tempo, even without the trap. There is no way to... So, because Boromir played in Draco Warrior before the Rocket Squeed, they don't only have a way to consume this. And if Kepco stays in the round, it's going to get really awkward for Boromir. You could heist in a deck like this? I don't think so. I mean, he's running Sabertooth Tiger, so you have some room. But I don't see what else you would cut. Like, I don't think you ever want to cut Aileron.
Whoops a daisy.
This is kind of cute.
We will take back what
And
was
it's still a
stolen.
lot of points. And this is where decks sometimes can struggle. Like, because you have some engines that you don't like. You're not sure if you want to play everything this round. You don't want to. No, you're not sure if you want to play Hive Mind this round. Looks like Boromir's decided not to play Hive Mind this round. Why didn't they click this? Oh, because of crushing. Smart. Oh! Hostage taker, yoinks the AQ, transforms it. What's up with OP? No counterplay. None whatsoever. Well, they Waking. Do you see an Itter in hand? What are they gonna do with the Itter? If I promise you, if Itter had been in hand round one, Itter would have been the AQ target. I guess this is this is so Jover. Sabbath currently is going to give Defender, Ran Warrior, and Drago Warrior. Not even the stock. This is what? Incinerating Trap? I think? No, both incidents were used. So is this Deception? Yeah. This is just Deception. There's Hive Mind. Oh, that's kind of cute. I didn't realize Pitfall will trigger before you
find yourself below ground.
If you had played Arrakis Nest with Pitfall on the board, would Pitfall trigger first? That's a little weird, right? There's something funky with Hive Mind's first summon. There you go. She's up. Up. She's throwing. There you go. Eat the elf. Eat the elf. Stop eating your own unit. Eat the elf. Elf is an ingredient in soup. Crushing kind of smurfing in this matchup, honestly. Oh no! There's the serpent. Okay, what is Sabbath getting now? Still the same thing.
Elren has shown us the way.
Could have taken a 3. Wait. Deception was in hand, and I was like, that's Deception. It was obviously. There's Iteran at least. So, oh, Kepco's gonna play Eldain here.
What
That
are
is
you doing? Time to die. I'll do so sword in hand.
okay. Well, he's not gonna bleed out the Sabbath. He might get like a Nat selection or something. Maybe he should have been acid spit before doing all those clicks. Yeah, he realizes that a little too late. Why are we leadering here? What do we think the last card's gonna be? Isengrim? Even oh, because there was 3 leader charges. So Beetle missed a few points there, just by sequencing incorrectly. Yeah, it's what the command you're using, or Tear, is like the syntax you're using is the stream elements. I use Nightbot. That's the issue. They have slightly different syntax. This is actually, I don't know who wins this. I think Boromir wins this. Never mind. Sabbath's value right there. Look at that, a 3-point Sabbath. 3 for 13, guys. OP, please nerf. Should be Itter next. Didn't even get Glusty. Glusty's still in the deck. That's the other issue. Boromir's deck is very inconsistent.
I see victory, not glory.
41 to 21.
Time to die. I'll do so sword in hand.
There's plenty of points left for Kepco. He's got leader charges.
Vedrai, Enlay!
And I predict this will be the last time we see Sabbath in my tournament.
Showed us the way.
This loses 3 games. Oh boy. Quick, better nerf it again. Well played by Kepco, as always. And also by Boromir. Those were some fun games to watch. I want to thank everyone for participating. Big round of applause to Kepco for winning the tournament. Angus is bullshit. I don't think Angus is... I mean, it just kind of makes that leader viable at this point. Without it, that I wouldn't really be playable, I think. It was CDPR's thing in like the last year. Instead of like actually buffing leaders, they wanted to make AQ viable, so they added Hivemind. They wanted to make Deadeye viable, so they added Angus. Which both approaches have caused problems, but congratulations to Kepco for winning weekly tourney number 125. I hope you all had fun. I'm gonna update the command so I don't forget. I'm gonna play Docker's Morntart deck for a couple of games. Feeling in a Gwenty mood. So hang out if you want to. Otherwise, thank you guys so much for watching. Please like and subscribe if you're on YouTube if you want to see more Gwent weekly tournaments. Cheers.